Autocad is a non-industry specific tool and is probably one of the most versatile 2D modeling programs that I've ever used. Autocad can be used in many ways and for many purposes. In my case, I'm using Autocad to model a landscape in a computer model space. Having a virtual model of a landscape allows me to organize and manipulate objects much more easily than paper drafting would. When first using Autocad, I learned about the Layers tool. I now know that the Layers tool is one of the most important aspects of working on a new project. The layers can organize the different elements within a drawing, allowing for easy viewing and manipulation of certain objects and groups. The layer function can split different aspects of the landscape into separate groupings, allowing us to view specific items at one time. In this landscape, I first created a base layer with a master plan on it, which would serve as a template to create our model. On the background layer, I used the Scale tool, which is in the Modify toolbar, and followed a 5-step process using a line reference and a known length to convert the background image in the model space into a 1:1 ratio. When drawing on a new layer, there are 4 different basic tools to utilize: the Line, Polyline, Circle, and Arc tools. Each of these tools are very useful in their own situations. I use the Line tool to construct borders and structures like the house and the property lines. The Polyline tool is similar to the Line tool, only that the Polyline tool will combine the lines into one single object, useful for irregular shapes like paving stones. The Circle tool is also very important in my drawing. It was useful for objects such as trees, shrubs, and other yard features such as the fire pit. The Arc tool is very useful in creating organic shapes. It was useful when drawing irregular curved objects. This tool is very helpful in creating the pathways and garden beds within my drawing. Manipulating objects with grip editing is intuitive and useful in virtually all situations. All shapes and lines can be grabbed and manipulated by moving the highlighted grips. This method was integral in the shaping of plant beds and the fine-tuning of the finished landscape. The Object Snap tool was integral in the accuracy of my final model. The Snap tool allows the cursor to lock on a reference point, such as the end of a line, a corner, or an intersection. You have many other options, such as the tangent of a circle, within the Snap tool, most of which I chose to leave off. To finish off my drawing, blocks, which are pre-made downloadable objects, such as tables and chairs, are placed and then scaled within the model space. Adding blocks to a drawing will improve the viewer's sense of scale and allow the viewer to imagine themselves in the space. I added a hatch pattern using the Hatch tool in the upper left corner of the screen. I used the hatch pattern to represent the front walkway and the rear patio. You can use the Hatch Pattern tool to represent certain materials and highlight certain spaces. All of my work up to this point has been in the model space. In the background, Autocad will automatically transfer your drawing onto a layout page, which is formatted to be printed. This paper space allows you to shift and perfect the viewing window that will be exported to a printer. Using and learning Autocad taught me about many principles that I can take with me into other CAD softwares in the future. I can now understand its strengths and see its potential benefits within landscape contracting.